The Mount Lyell Mining Company in Queenstown, on the west coast of Tasmania, needed a railway line to be built between Queenstown and the port of Strawn, a distance of 35 kilometres. Because of the steep grades and rough terrain around Queenstown, the only way to affordably build a railway to the coast was using the apt rack and pinion system for the steeper sections. The railway was built to 3-foot 6 gauge, like the rest of the mainline railway system in Tasmania, and was opened in 1897. The last bit of the line didn't get opened until 1899, between Tipekana and Regatta Point, near Strawn. The railway was the only way to get copper from the mine at Queenstown to markets in Hobart, Melbourne and Devonport. And it was the only way to get there until 1932, when a Hobart road link was completed. The railway ceased operation on the 10th of August 1963 due to increasing maintenance costs and the improvement of road access to the west coast from the north with the opening of the Murchison Highway. The last train was hauled by the same loco that ran the first service, number 1. Following the closure of the railway, the rolling stock was dispersed, with number 5 and the carriages going to the Puffing Billy Railway in Victoria, with the other locomotives put on static display or in museums. Number 1 went to the Zeehan West Coast Heritage Centre, and number 2 went to the Tasmanian Transport Museum in Glenorchy. Despite various proposals post-1963, it was not until the 1990s, after the demise of the Mount Lyell Mining Company operations and the downgrading of Hydro Tasmania's activities of dam building on the west coast, that some very committed local west coast people campaigned for the restoration of the Apt Railway as a heritage tourist attraction, featuring the unique rail system and the community's mining history. The restoration of the Apt Railway was made possible through the allocation of $20 million from the federal government's Prime Minister's Federal Fund, with further funding from the state government and some private investment. The restored railway commenced operations on the 27th of December 2002 as the Apt Wilderness Railway, and was officially reopened by Prime Minister John Howard and the State Premier Jim Bacon in 2003. The West Coast Wilderness Railway now has 3 of the 5 former Mount Lyell Mining and Railway Company Apt locomotives, 1, 3 and 5. The 4th loco, number 2, returned to service on the railway in 2023, having been repatriated from the Tasmanian Transport Museum in 2019. We're right behind this engine on our journey from Queenstown to Rinadeena, the highest point on the line. So sit back and enjoy as we take a ride on one of Australia's most scenic railways, the West Coast Wilderness Railway.
These days. It's home to about 1,700 people, but it was once a rugged frontier town, the west coast of nickel mineral deposits. It came here and mainly the mountains and valleys of the area home. The deposits this young surveyor found were to change the destiny of the west coast. with motor vehicle proprietors, whose switchboard goes DMP. Having a found gold one from the lake, we decided to look into it. We looked this because of the King River, which we'll speak more about on the way home. You may notice it's quite distinct. While we're here, please stay on the designated pathway within cone and fence areas. Take note of any directions given by our team. This is not only for your safety, but our team's safety too. Now we'll be here for about 20 minutes, and when you hear that long loud whistle, it means all aboard. Remember to watch the gap as you step out of the carriage. Welcome to Lynchburg, everyone.
Meanwhile, you'll have a chance to fill up too. We have a little kiosk at Rinadeena anyway. The toilet is located down the gravel pathway. And just some various shunting going on at the station, as our loco will be doing some shunting to get round to the other end of the train.
We went to
No one else is allowed on this part of the track. Visit the Gallery Museum. You can visit the Alright, folks, on behalf of myself, Jackie, Terry, our driver and fireman, Jenny and Harry, we'd like to thank you all for coming with us today. Wherever your journey takes you next, we wish you safe travel. Take care driving on Tasmanian roads. Welcome back to Queenstown, everyone.
You can see all the big mining bosses everywhere you go.
We hope you enjoyed this video, taking a ride from Queenstown to Rinadeena on the West Coast Wilderness Railway. Please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on 762 Media.